This is Lal Bahadur Shastri National Academy of Administration, commonly referred to as Lbsnaa. Millions dream of coming here. Yet only a fortunate handful make it through the doors. Leaders are created here, an officer and a gentleman who can devote their life for the country. Often referred to as the gateway to governance in India, this renowned institution stands as a premier training institution for civil services in India.
Lbsnaa, in a way, is a microcosm of Indian society. People from all sort of regions, all languages, all tribes come to take training. So it has been very enriching.
We get to do a wide variety of things, from sports to classes to interactions. Something that's very, very different from the lives that we were living before coming to Lbsnaa.
It is all about selfless. Sheelam Parambhushanam. So that is going to be the main aim and the main motto of my service.
For me, Lbsnaa, just like any other UPSC aspirant, is a place where dreams come true, and also a place where an ordinary citizen becomes a citizen servant.
Think of Lal Bahadur Shastri National Academy of Administration, that is Lbsnaa. One thing which comes to my mind is that it is a cradle of leadership.
Instead of a moment, I like to capture the entire experience in terms of the discipline that we have been taught. Earlier, we had a schedule which we would like to follow, but ever since we came here, we follow a schedule which is very tight.
The Academy's motto, Sheelam Parambhushanam, means character is the highest virtue. Established in 1959, the Academy is located amidst the picturesque hills of Mussoorie in Uttarakhand. Starting from its main campus established on the Shalwell estate, the Academy has undergone subsequent expansions. Presently spanning across 186 acres, it comprises 6 major complexes that accommodate its basic infrastructure. Surrounded by lush greenery and commanding panoramic views of the majestic Himalayan peaks, Lbsnaa gained global recognition and earned a reputation as a world-class institution.
The country has about 3 crore plus civil servants if you take all the central government and all the state governments. Among them, I would say what if I can call the higher civil services, those who are recruited through the UPSC, through the common combined civil services examination. Every year about 1,000 are recruited, out of which about 600 odd they join the common foundation course. In fact, it's very important that all these foundation course, the officer trainees or the probationers of this common foundation course, when they come here, they come from different disciplines. They are allocated to different disciplines. So it's very important that all of them gel together, because they are different branches of the government. And not only different branches of the government at the central level, but also they represent the center, they represent the states, the union territories.
For over 5 decades, the Academy has been instrumental in training young officers to effectively manage the administration of the country. On April 15, 1958, the then Union Home Minister Pandit Govind Ballabh Pant announced in the Lok Sabha that the government would set up a National Academy of Administration where training would be given to all the recruits of the civil services. The Ministry of Home Affairs also decided to amalgamate the IAS Training School Delhi and the IAS Staff College Shimla to form a National Academy of Administration to be set up in Mussoorie's Shalwell estate. On the first day of this September 1959, curtains were drawn on the training in Metcalfe House. Union Home Minister Pandit Govind Ballabh Pant was instrumental in effecting this shift to Mussoorie. In October 1972, the academy was renamed as the Lal Bahadur Shastri Academy of Administration after India's second Prime Minister. In July 1973, the word national was added to its name. The academy is headed by a director, an officer of the level of Secretary to the Government of India, and is an attached office of the Department of Personnel and Training, Government of India.
In first instance, if I look at what it was in 1992, there was less infrastructure compared to today. But still, even though it was less, it was possibly the best at that time. I would say the same is there even today. Even though the infrastructure is improved and it is improved well, it's again the best. So that's the commonality that I see from that time to this time. But as far as the general ethos is concerned, it's more or less the same of what it was about 30 odd years back and what it is today. The kind of discipline and the kind of empathy, the kind of things that have been imbibed in us by our seniors and our teachers during that time, it's the same even today.
So good afternoon everyone. Yes, sir. All good? Yes sir. So you can take
Every aspirant preparing for the UPSC exam dreams of experiencing life at Lbsnaa. Clearing the UPSC IS exam is one of the greatest accomplishments in a UPSC aspirant's life, and becoming an officer is a great opportunity to serve the nation and make a positive impact on the society. Most officer trainees here are around 24 or 25 years old, a time when many are carefree and enjoying life. So, what drives them to choose this path? Whatever the reason may be, one thing is certain. Each of them possesses a unique quality that brought them here after passing one of the toughest competitive exams in India and globally. But do they truly realize how much their lives will change here at Lbsnaa? Let's hear it from them.
Since the day we have started, it is really a transforming journey from citizen to a public servant. We are taught many lessons by which our leadership skills and public service delivery is improved.
Well, on a lighter note, the outside image is that Lbsnaa is a very rosy place where you have only fun and there is nothing else happening. But on a serious note, there is a lot of discipline involved here because as officer trainees, we are not just citizens but also citizen servants, and we are supposed to uphold the highest standards of behavior.
While we were preparing for the civil service exam, we used to be the masters of our time. We can wake up at any time, but right now there is a strict routine in Lbsnaa. We are supposed to wake up at around 5:30 and reach the polo ground, which is a good difficult hike by 6:10.
During the preparation also, sometimes we might feel very bored and sometimes we tend to do procrastination. But during the treks that are being conducted on the Saturdays at every weekend, we had a trek almost for 34 kilometers at a stretch. So I had a feeling in myself that I won't be able to complete that. But on that particular day, because of the team spirit and because of the buddy pairs that are being assigned to each and every person in the group, I was able to complete the trek beyond my pain and beyond my limitations. So that was a most important point which I feel as a transformative personality.
Since we have come to Lbsnaa, our lives have really changed in terms of the routine we follow. We wake up at around 5:15 for the morning PT. We go to the polo ground, which is a good hike at 6:10. We have our exercises, PT, and a plethora of activities which include horse riding, wall climbing, unarmed combat, also yoga and swimming along with PT.
As a person, I have become more disciplined, and following the routine was daunting initially, but then it added up to my personality, changed my character, become more professional, so that these things I'll follow in my future course and try to become a good officer.
A typical day for an officer trainee at the academy starts at 6:10 a.m. with a morning exercise drill at the polo ground for 60 minutes.
Front, hand change, left to right, right to left, leg change. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Side to side jump. What? What? Down. 13. Down. Go away. Go away. Go away. Go away.
The riding schedule operates simultaneously. The officer trainees or OTs have about an hour to get ready, have breakfast and report for classroom sessions which commence at 9:10 a.m. There are 5 to 6 academic sessions of 55 minutes on all working days as per the predetermined session plan. Evening hours from 5 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. are usually reserved for tea and sports. Most cultural performances and programs are also scheduled in the evening before dinner at 8 p.m. The institute has an officers' mess that typically serves over 500 people. The OTs use the post-dinner time to interact with each other and also to review the day's learning and prepare for the sessions for the next day. Notified holidays and weekends are usually reserved for extracurricular activities such as community services, adventure sports, rock climbing, river rafting, short treks, etc. Officers under training are strongly encouraged to lead a rich, varied and vibrant campus life, extending much beyond the confines of lecture halls. The academy places strong emphasis on outdoor events as part of its dynamic training curriculum. Happy Valley Sports Complex has been expanded to meet the growing physical training needs of the times. The academy also has a full-fledged horse riding infrastructure with instructors drawn from the best in the elite army unit, the President's Bodyguards. As part of the induction level training curriculum, officer trainees are sent on treks to the Greater Himalayas, where they learn to cope with conditions of adversity, bad weather, insufficient accommodation, and limited access to food items.
During the recent Himalayan study tour, where I got to visit the border outpost of ITBP personnel and also have a visit to the lives of the people living in the villages at the border, and I got to know how diverse our country is, our culture is, and how we live in such a small cocoon that we are not able to appreciate it much. So these were two impactful moments which will stay with me for life.
At the same time, the disadvantages are the challenges the people and the ITBP have to go through, and it impacted me the most because for the next 30 years it had given me some idea in which direction I have to work, so that the challenges can be addressed and the development can be enhanced.
Officer trainees are also encouraged to take up extracurricular modules and cultivate in-depth interest in proficiency in any hobby of choice. To achieve this, they are encouraged to participate in the activities of various clubs and societies in order to express their creative potential.
In our academy have lots of activities, right from the various sports we play. We also had a drama act also in society. We also have sports and cultural meet along with athletics meets.
What people generally think about Lbsnaa is more of an institutional academy of excellence with respect to training civil servants, but what they also fail to understand is the fact that Lbsnaa is not just about academics, but about culturals, social activities, and about personality training and behavioral aspects as well. So I think Lbsnaa is all about holistic development of bringing probably a boy or a girl into being a man and a lady per se.
A candidate is required to participate in the Lbsnaa training program after clearing the UPSC exam. In India, most officers of the premier civil services of the country are selected through competitive civil services examinations administered by the Union Public Service Commission. The UPSC selection process is a meticulous procedure designed to identify and select candidates with exceptional potential for administrative roles. Every year, over 10 lakh students take the preliminary exam, but only around 15,000 move on to the next stage, calling the mains exam.
As soon as you get into the services, you have some kind of a fanfare or glory that is surrounding you, considering the context of Indian society. That once you clear civil service, you think that you have arrived in life, and you try to wear your services on your sleeves. So as soon as they arrive at the academy, the basic idea of academy is that a civil servant should be anonymous. The civil servant should be able. The civil servant should be austere. They should be empathetic. They should be disciplined as the role model in society.
The examination comprises 3 stages: Civil Services Preliminary Examination (CSP) and Civil Services Main Examination Written and Interview. UPSC conducts preliminary examination of the Civil Services Examination for recruitment to the Indian Administrative Service, Indian Foreign Service, Indian Police Service, and other central services and posts in accordance with the rules published by the Government Department of Personnel and Training in the Gazette of India Extraordinary. Only those candidates who are declared by the Commission to have qualified in the preliminary examination in the year will be eligible to appear at the main examination of that year. The mains exam stage is descriptive in nature and it evaluates candidates' in-depth understanding, critical analysis, and effective communication skills. The third stage, personal interview, is the final round of the UPSC selection process that evaluates the candidate's personality, communication skills, and ability to perform their administrative duty of civil services in India. All successful candidates who clear UPSC exam are required to undergo induction training at Lbsnaa.
See, when the officer trainees enter here, they come from different parts of the country with different culture and also different family backgrounds. So this is actually a place which evens all of them. In fact, among the officer trainees themselves, you'll find there's a lot of variation in their social background, in their educational background, in their family background, in every way. In fact, learning, that also brings in a lot of learning process. It's no doubt that when they enter here, because it's after a very big step that they have come here, so they have a certain degree of expectation and awe also. But then the curriculum here is of such nature that it grounds them all very quickly. In fact, discipline is one of the major things that we insist upon, and it starts off. In fact, it starts off with the morning. They start off around 6 o'clock in the morning, and they have a physical exercise. They could go apart from the stretching exercises. They could play a game, or they can go for swimming. They can go for yoga. There are multiple ways by which they can go for they can even opt for horse riding. They could different kind of facilities are there. They divide among themselves.
At the heart of Lbsnaa's mission is its training programs aimed at preparing civil servants with the knowledge, skills and attitudes needed to handle the challenges of governance in a diverse and dynamic country like India. The Academy offers various specialized courses for different levels of the civil services. Lbsnaa conducts a common foundation course for entrance to the All India Services, the National Foreign Service and Group A services of the Union, followed by professional training for new recruits of the Indian Administrative Service and members of the Royal Bhutan Civil Service. This course aims to foster a shared understanding of government and build camaraderie among civil servants.
So I think you will appreciate that every individual, be it an IS officer or otherwise, is coming from the society. So when it comes to the academy, it comes with certain core values, core ethos that is provided by its own societal upbringing. As an IS officer, we try that they should shed all their lineages of the past. We want them to be a part of a civil society, civil servant tribe, which is anonymous, which is able, and which is also trying to be more on the side of austere. So these are the three things which are corely focusing upon. So when we design their training programs, we think that their training should be more experiential.
The village visit program is an important component of the foundation course. Officer trainees are taken to rural areas and exposed to the realities and complexities of rural life. The officers are expected to gain a first-hand understanding of various programs or schemes during the course of their stay in the villages. Teaching a language is an important component of the training at the academy, with the exception of those officer trainees who have to compulsorily learn Hindi. All others are required to opt for one of the languages that are on offer.
When we listen to guest speakers, all of them have a lot of emphasis on the responsibility with which we need to deliver our future roles. So there is a semblance of the fact that we will be in positions to affect positive change and how we need to carry that responsibility.
The lectures in the course are crafted in such a way that they suit the ground reality and not the theoretical basis. So whatever we have prepared for the exam is something totally different, because we would have imagined or we would have visualized those things. For instance, we would have discussed about the border issues that we face with the China, the ITBP force that are taking part and assisting in the military.
The culture, customs, arts and crafts and cuisine of the diverse regions of the country are displayed through outdoor and indoor activities by the officer trainees during India Day. Interaction with Padma awardees to the views of global thought leaders as part of the Arambh program. Arambh aims at transforming induction training for OTs by creating a wider learning mission around a national goal. Eminent speakers, engaging lectures, and state-of-the-art facilities further enrich the probationers' academic experience.
I am reminded of the rich legacy of this esteemed institution, where countless civil servants have been nurtured and groomed like you all to serve our great nation, and all of them have contributed to the emergence of Bharat at this stage. Each of you, my friends, embodies excellence, integrity, and commitment to public service, qualities that are indispensable for shaping the destiny of our nation. I see in all of you potential to define Bharat of your vision and conception.
The Common Foundation course lasts 15 weeks from August to December. The Academy also offers in-service and mid-career training programs for IAS members, as well as induction training for officers promoted to the IAS from state civil services. Workshops and seminars on policy and governance are held regularly.
In addition to that, we have some common mid-career training programs where we call the persons from all civil services, those who have put in more than 20 years of service. We conduct a joint civil military training program where we call people from the military side, from the paramilitary side, from the civil services. All of us, that's a 2-week program. These are the regular structured courses of the Academy which have been going on for several years. Recently, we have started what is called the in-service training program. We have taken up role-specific training programs for the officers. Though they are primarily intended keeping in mind the roles the IAS officers perform in various positions like that in the municipal bodies or from the Zilla Panchayats or in the DISCOMs or in the tribal areas or different fields and practically covering all sectors. We are also alive to the fact that these roles are also performed by non-IAS officers. We are open to receiving non-IAS civil service officers and other officers also for such role-specific programs.
The training program includes around 180 IAS candidates known as officer trainees who undergo a 2-year course consisting of 4 stages: the foundation course, phase 1, Bharat Darshan, academic modules and training, and district training, and phase 2.
Once they are confirmed into the service, there are various trainings at intermittency of around 10 years, which is phase 3, and then 14 to 16 years, which is phase 4, and finally 26 to 28 years, which is phase 5. So, this is the mid-career training program. Along with that, you also have role-based training programs wherein a particular officer holding a particular role, it might be tourism or it might be elections or it might be finance. So, it is domain specific. These trainings are also taking place in the Academy, so that continuously inputs are given.
During phase 1's Bharat Darshan training, IAS probationers are divided into groups and embark on a brief tour of India, lasting around 45 to 50 days. This immersive experience exposes them to the diverse cultural and historical landscape of the country. The next stage is 1-year district level training curriculum, where IAS members join a district government and become familiar with its policies, programs and administrative framework.
This journey of transformation from citizen to citizen servant is something that we encourage them to deep dive into, reflect upon and then chart their own journey. This is basically a part of overall reflective exercise wherein they have to reflect back upon the various situations, various roles and then come out with the possible solutions to them.
my experience at Lbsnaa is very enriching because we have officer trainees from various parts of the country. So meeting them and sharing our experiences as aspirants is a very good thing. And next, and following our schedule here is actually daunting in the initial days, but then later on it became our schedule. So it's actually after that attending the classes, listening to various guest faculty who are very proficient. So I believe this kind of experience is something which I cannot get from any part of the country or any part of the institute.
Starting with the Amrit Kal batch, officer trainees have begun recording their intentions, promises and dreams for themselves and the nation. These messages are sealed in a time capsule placed near the director's lawn. In 2047, these capsules will be unearthed and opened in the presence of these officers to reflect on how much they achieved.
This academy should be nimble-footed enough to meet the changing needs and the requirements of the country in every form. So I think, and it has seen that kind of a transformation thanks to the visionary leadership provided by the people in the last several decades, including my predecessors. So I think the same kind of, we have to be responsive to the needs, and one is that this institution should continue to be a kind of an institution where people come and remind themselves of why they are in public service, and every time they come to this place they should think they have come to a temple of learning, and a reminder to themselves that yes, we have joined the public service for a particular cause, and even if we have stepped aside, let's step on the track. In that form, I think we have to look in that direction. Whatever is needed for that purpose, this academy should be responsive, both in terms of infrastructure, both soft and hard.
After this initial training, the officer trainees move to their respective institutes based on the service they are selected for. While the IAS trainees continue their training at Lbsnaa only, IPS trainees go to Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel National Police Academy in Hyderabad. Foreign Services candidates move to Foreign Services Institute, New Delhi. National Academy of Direct Taxes, Nagpur for those in direct taxes, or National Academy of Customs, Excise and Narcotics, Faridabad for those in indirect taxes, and so on. Regardless of their category, one thing is clear: the academy holds a special place in the hearts and minds of everyone involved in the civil services. Overall, Lbsnaa's mission is to prepare these officers to become strong and effective administrators who can lead government initiatives and improve the lives of the people they serve across the country.